Where is Jake going? Jake, where are you going?
Jake, I'm just gonna sit outside here, yeah?
Jake, where are you going? Jake, where are you going? So, a very interesting episode indeed from the whole Jake and Liberty madness that took place with Faye and Chloe being involved, and the demise, the very quick demise of Priya and Brett. Hey guys, it's Murad Murali. Hope you guys are doing well today. Back at it again with another video. If you have not subscribed, guys, click that button. Daily and consistent content, multiple videos, 24/7, fresh content. Click that button. This video is sponsored by Frontline Therapist. Please go and check them out. Please go and check them out. A great business that I've been sponsoring, a black owned business that I've been sponsoring, and to hear that from the company that they have been fully booked out for August in terms of bookings, I think it's absolutely great, and I'm happy that I'm able to do that for them. Use my code, guys. And you guys have until the end of August to use my promotional code to help get a free counseling session until the end of August. Now, I've seen your comments, guys, throughout the videos that I put up today. So many of you guys were commenting, Murad, your energy is very low. What is going on? I know it's very easy to tell when my energy is quite low because, I come with a lot of energy and human comedy when it comes to Love Island reviews, especially about topical stuff. My energy is very low today. It naturally is. I mean, today was an extremely difficult day for me. I finally got the courage to go to the graveyard today to see and visit my grandmother and my grandfather, who both passed away last year, January and March. Very close to them. I lived with them. I looked after them. I took care of them. And just to muster up the courage to finally go on my own for the first time was incredibly difficult and extremely emotional for me. So after that, I just felt it's very taxing and just emotional and just exhausting. So when I came to do my any videos, I'm gonna show that easily, and you guys can easily pick up on that. When I do videos every single day, so nobody is happy or content every single day of their life. It's impossible. So that will just happen here and there, and I'm not really afraid to say it or show it because that is life, that is reality. And yeah, so I'm not going to bore you guys with this. I'm going to get straight into the review, but I do appreciate the comments of people being able to detect or see or whatever. Now let's get into this video. And we have the police en route. Definitely en route for Jake, it seems, because the showman situation is interesting. I think this narrative of Jake is very, very interesting. He is an integral part of the show, whether you like it or don't like it. He definitely is, and I don't see him and Liberty going home tomorrow at all, because they've been together from day one and are a very main part of the show, and they do still have a huge fan base, I believe. Now, this whole story was interesting because for Jake to quickly say I love you, it was a very quick fix. It didn't seem genuine to me, and the girls easily picked up on that. And of course, it's such what kind of situation where you tell your girlfriend you love them and it upsets everybody in the villa. That's how this is just major red flags. And of course, Chloe and Faye were the two individuals who very much were like, I don't see this, I don't see it working, what is going on? And when Faye and Jake were speaking and Chloe inserted herself, I thought it was good to do so because she was also very very much part of it. So why not sit there? And it ended off in a very good note. I feel like Jake didn't want to look for an argument. He wanted to patch things up, wanted to see it for what it is. I do think the guy is playing a game. I don't think he's into Liberty as much. And when he stormed out, it reminded me of a little bit of season 2, especially when he went to the toilet and Toby was there, and the kind of scenes. It reminded me of Katie when she was upset, and it was just that kind of, we don't really see that part of the camera being shown. And then obviously only for this guy to get upset and then sit outside on the step. The dramatics, and scene for he knows the jig is up, he knows people have worked out his game plan, and right now he's probably in panic mode and thinks the best thing is to do is to up his love and affection for Liberty so that he can put away people's worries, whether it be in the villa or outside the villa. I do think Faye has really clocked onto this man especially, and he does not like it at all. For Faye to get up from Liberty and walk away, I believe she's probably got a yellow card from the producers, from the Teddy situation, so she's decided to reserve herself. I feel like I would have loved to have seen Hurricane Faye come for Jake. She only came for the wrong man, and that was Teddy, and that was not needed. When it comes to the voting situation, I did not vote for Faye and Teddy because Faye easily shout at this man, and she will easily do it again on the outside world. And I also feel like Priya and Brett, evidently they're over. And then when it comes to Jake and Liberty, I obviously don't see them as a favourite couple, showmans from the beginning. So I think Mary and Aaron deserve to stay. I think a lot of people believe that new couples, fresh couples are going to be least compatible, but the only enemy they have against them is time. Perhaps Mary and Aaron will be just as strong as any other couple in the villa, and time will only tell on that matter. But because we haven't seen them for as long on the show, this is what it comes to the point where you think, are they really compatible? I see a lot of people voting for Faye and Teddy on the TL. I'm quite confused by that, because last week it resulted in 25,000 Ofcom complaints, but suddenly now everybody wants to be voting for them to be the same couple. I do not believe that if Kaz was in Faye's position and Kaz was the one that led to 25,000 Ofcom complaints, that people would be saving her immediately, or do a huge 180 turn on her. I honestly don't see that happening. I don't see Faye and Teddy working on the outside at all because of Faye's quick triggers, a lack of composure and emotional maturity. So I don't think that she or Teddy are compatible or deserve to stay, but I think they definitely will. I think Liberty and Jake will stay. I think Mary and Aaron will stay. I think Priya and Brett will be in the bottom two, and I think Priya, one of them two, will go home, or either way. I don't know how that's going to work. For Priya to be very over the man, I feel like it was the worst timing for her to say that, because that challenge was right before the voting. So for her to say, I'm bored of this man, like I would have left the day. Why would you have left the day? I don't know. I just feel like she has this kind of superior kind of complex to some stuff sometimes, and the way she acts, and it just seems that it's very her way or no way. And you can even tell Mary was bothered by it, because she was like, she's acting like such a diva. And, I feel like the girls just kind of see her differently now, because she so publicly wanted to give her admiration for Boris Johnson. I, as a Muslim man, can never stand somebody who likes somebody like Boris Johnson, who has publicly degraded Muslim women. Anybody who publicly degrades Muslim women, I will never stand you or like you. So whether it's Boris Johnson or whether it's somebody like Priya, who obviously likes the man, continually saying that, I honestly don't see how you think the man is amazing and you're infatuated with him, but you find Brett boring. Maybe you should look in the mirror, maybe you are the boring one. And I think that is what is true, and I feel like Priya needs to go. I don't think she should have ever been cast for the show. Realistically speaking, she has added nothing to the show. I can't think of anything what she's done as value at all. She's a gorgeous woman, but I think a bombshell comprises of either beauty or personality. Chloe, initially we were like, bombshell, what's going on? But I feel like she's probably been the best bombshell on the show, realistically speaking, because she's caused so much drama and it's insane. I feel like even Tyler's been a good bombshell as well. The gradual progress of character development for Chloe has been amazing, and Toby. In fact, Toby spoke a lot of sense this episode, especially to Jake. Was like, why are you being so defensive over who said what, when you should be worried about you and Liberty at the core, but you're more so worried about the whispers in the villa, who's saying what, which I think was very interesting. And then of course he still went to go and support him as well. So I feel like both Toby and Chloe, once the most hated, now a couple that the public really like, and I feel like the character development that they have been given, keyword is given, by the producers, I think is very interesting, and I'm very keen to see if they will win, because I feel like a lot of people will like them. But I feel like Jake and Liberty, Faye and Teddy do have these big fan bases, and I feel like I see them going far. Even Jake, with the stuff that he's been doing and saying, I do feel like the public don't like him, but I feel like because they like Liberty so much, because of that attachment, I do feel like Jake and Liberty will definitely survive this particular voting initially, because they are an integral part of the show. I'm keen to see the Priya and Mary tension. That would be nice to see if that was explored. But I think this was a thoroughly good episode. It's not everyday intense drama. I think narratives that build up are also very interesting, and that is why I think this episode and this entire narrative and storyline between Jake and Liberty is very just. It's just a narrative that you want to see, because you want to see how it plays out. Because of the dramatic irony, we see Jake more as a showman. She obviously believes everything he says. The girl Liberty is besotted with the man. She is quite young as well, but I do feel like it's going to be one of those situations where she will find out on the outside of the villa. I don't see her breaking up with Jake on the show, because it's too early. It's too late, because the final was approaching, and I think that she really likes the guy. It's not on the same level, as we can all see. For you to reassure her by saying you love her on the terrace, something that you didn't need to do. You could have just reassured her in many other ways and said that with a nice gesture. I think Faye made a good point as well. For you to quickly say that you wanted this person to be your girlfriend like a couple of weeks ago, it was so quick for you to do that, but there's no I love you anything. I just feel like in order for you to be in a girlfriend boyfriend situation, surely you would have that, and you would want to say it and blurt it out your mouth. And for Liberty to say it, why wouldn't you respond? Not even that day, but a day after, a week after, but you're only saying it when she's bringing it up. It's a big issue, and I'm glad that the girls clocked it very quickly. Again, I feel like Millie and Liam, they do look good together, but after his actions, I feel like if he's so quick to kiss multiple girls in a different villa with cameras around, what would he be doing outside the villa when there are no cameras around? I don't see them working on the outside world. I honestly don't, but I do feel like Priya is going home, and I feel like it's her time to go home. I just don't think that she's really doing much. I think, you know, to say that Brett is boring, I don't think he's boring at all. I think he's an interesting character. He has done a lot of good work on the outside of the villa as well, and I think everybody, including me, perhaps went a bit too harsh on him when he first arrived on the show, but a lot of people, Love Island fans, we always do this when somebody comes on the show anyways. But I think that, you know, to be honest with you, whether she picked Matthew or Brett, she would still have the same feeling. I don't think she would have liked both of them at this point of time. And I just feel like I just don't see why she needs to be on the show. I just don't really see it. Mary and Aaron, I'll give them some time. Perhaps they have some, you know, kind of, you know, right now it's early days, but I do feel like there's some strong interest there between them two. Mary was never really into Dale as much. She got the ick because of the chain that he was wearing on the Unseen Bits. I do feel like Unseen Bits should be a proper episode, because majority of the public don't watch Unseen Bits, but at the same time I do think the Unseen Bits add a lot of value to the characters that we don't actually see on the show, and it is integral because it adds a comedy lightweight value. Anyways guys, let me know what your thoughts are when it comes to this quick fire 12-minute review. The last 2 days I was late. I was at an event today, but I left it early to do this review for you guys to get it on time. There's been many occasions where I've delayed going to events or meeting friends or whatever, or come back early from events to get these reviews out for you on a basis that is on time, because I feel like it's just frustrating in general. And I just, the mood that I've been in for the last 48 hours, especially the last 24, I'm just like, I don't want to be surrounded by people right now on events and stuff. I really want to just be at home doing up Love Island. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this review. Subscribe to the channel. Click that button, guys, for daily and consistent content. Subscribe. Frontline Therapist, the company is in the bio below. Use my code and head over to my TikTok for Love Island reviews. I'll be coming out with that there as well. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.